Good morning, gang. I wanted to jump on and talk to you a little bit more about the juice fast, answer some commonly asked questions, and get you all the information. So, as we roll into the final weeks of the lean program, you will have the option to incorporate a juice fast, and hopefully you watch that video that I did with the founder of the Weekly Juicery, Kimmy. It's very informative, but I wanted to just give you just some brief tips and feedback based on some commonly asked questions. One of the biggest questions that we get is what's the difference between a water fast and a juice fast? So I want to kind of clarify that. Basically, both instances are going to give you what we consider digestive rest, and that's really what the main benefit is. Anytime the body's not using a significant amount of energy to break down and digest food, it's going to allow it the ability to do other things, specifically like autophagy, which is where the body goes and seeks out dead, damaged, dysfunctional cells and gets rid of them, which is a really good thing. So both of them are going to kind of give you that. Now, a water fast is definitely what we encourage you to do if you do not have access to quality 100% organic juice. Remember, the benefit of drinking conventional juice is significantly negative, so it's not worth the investment. You may be saving money on conventional juice, but the toxic load, the pesticide load is going to do more damage than good. So if you don't have access to really good quality juice, we always say do a water fast. Use the bone broth, use the bulletproof coffee, use, all of those assisted methods with that water fast. Now, what you get out of a juice fast that you don't get out of a water fast is basically your body being flooded with high levels of high quality nutrients. So it really helps to kind of feed that healthy bacteria in your gut. It really helps to kind of reduce your cravings, get you wanting more healthy food, craving more healthy food versus junk and processed food. It's really going to elevate your nutritional levels because again, you're getting like in the Weekly Juicery, those 6 juices, it's like 28 pounds of vegetables in one day. So that's really the benefit, the difference between doing a water fast and a juice fast. Just the body's ability to be flooded with high levels of high quality nutrients. So that's a really good thing. I try to do a juice fast at least once a month. I think it's a great reset. I think it really helps to build my immunity, to really load myself with, again, those high quality nutrients. So I do recommend that you be very picky about where you're getting your juice. Again, it must say 100% organic on the label. Ideally, like we talked about in that video, the expiration date is pretty quick. Like the Weekly Juicery, I think the juice is only good for about 5 days. And that's because it is alive. It has live beneficial organisms and bacteria in it that, go away and die out. So we want you to have like the most quality juice possible. So always look for organic, always look for a low expiration date. If your juice sits on the shelf for 30, 60 days, there's very little benefit. So again, don't waste your money. If you want to make the investment, because I know it is an investment. If you want to make the investment, make the investment. Don't half-ass it. Don't waste your money. Just do the water fast, okay? That's, again, what we always recommend. If you have access to good juice in your area, then we want you to be picking veggie-centric juice, okay? That's the other big difference between the Weekly Juicery and what you buy in the store. The Weekly Juicery has very little fruit in it. Very little fruit, if any at all. So that's what we want to focus on. Most of the juices that you buy in the store or in juice bars are loaded with fruit, and that's not the goal, okay? We want to be loading our body with vegetable-centric juice, not fruit-centric juice. We don't want to be having these huge insulin spikes while we're fasting. That really shuts down autophagy. So a lot of people ask, why does the juice not break your fast? Well, specifically when we're dealing with vegetable-centric juice, you're not going to have a high insulin response. The sugar load is very low. So it kind of keeps you in that fasted state because the macros and the calories are very low. That's why we don't even track on a 24-hour juice cleanse. You don't need to, okay? So keep that in mind. So for example, a very popular store is Clean Juice, but 90% of their juice is loaded with fruit. There's only one juice that's veggie centric. So you're gonna need to drink 6 of the veggie centric juice, that green juice. The other ones I feel like have way too much fruit in it. So keep that in mind. Fruit should be at the very end of the ingredient list, and there should probably only be 1 fruit in the juice that you drink. So we wanna choose veggie centric juice. Just because it's green does not make it veggie centric, okay? So keep that in mind. I get a lot of questions about celery juice. I love celery juice, super good for you. If you're making your own celery juice, you've got to buy organic celery. That's super important. Again, when you think about juicing the pesticide load of multiple stalks of celery, celery is very high on the pesticide load list for non-organic. So you don't want that. Celery juice for about a cup is about 40 to 50 calories. So if you do want to drink it every morning, you may do so. I would do a cup about every 2 hours. Just drink it slowly over the morning. If you want to do a day of celery juice, go for it. That's fine as well. Easy to incorporate for sure, for sure. And then a lot of questions about how to do the 24-hour juice. So technically, once you order from the Weekly Juicery, you will get an email with videos and directions. Look for that, okay? It spells out how to use the juices, but typically you'll start with the Lively Lemon in the morning, and then you'll drink the other 5 in whatever order you want. I typically will drink the Lively Lemon, throughout the morning. I dilute it with water because it's pretty potent. And then I start my 5 juices at about noon. I'll drink a juice about every 2 hours and then load up on the water between. Now, technically, the idea is not to eat that night. So we're doing a full 24-hour juice fast and then kind of rolling into somewhat of a 36-hour overall fast. So try to drink the juices and try to wait to break your fast till Tuesday morning with a meal. So you'll kind of be participating in more of like a 36-hour fast. But some people will drink the juice and feel like they need to eat. And if you do need to eat, then I'm fine with that too. Find what works best for you. So I hope that answers all your questions about incorporating the juice cleanse. I would love for you to give it a go at least once during the 7-week period. Again, if you're still struggling with high amounts of sugar cravings, junk food cravings, processed food cravings, then the juice cleanse can really help with that. So it's worth